Welcome back. Today we're off to do the Cerulean Hills. We are back in the harbor right now, over by our good friend Bonnie Cartman, right by where we first came into the harbor. That big old door right there is, I believe, the south gate of Stormreach, leading out into a relatively nice area. Our very distressed little girl here, Pearl Drumling, is saying, oh God, the Lady Asdel has been kidnapped. Please go save her." Okay. So we've picked up a quest. But before we actually go into the Cerulean Hills, we're going to go look at one of the newer additions to the game. The Gatekeeper's Grove. They just kind of shoehorned it over here. This is one of the factions of the city, the Gatekeepers. It's basically the Druid Guild. They don't so much protect specifically nature as much as what they are is the wizards from the Marvel movies. They are Doctor Strange and the rest of the wizards who deal with all of the supernatural threats to keep the rest of the world safe. The rest of the world doesn't even know they're doing it. The Gatekeepers are all basically Doctor Strange. That's what they are. So we can even go to keep on the Borderlands from here. But not right now. Right now, we're going to look at these strangely transparent Gatekeeper initiates. What's up with this Preceptor Croth? He's trying to save these 4 lost souls. They went missing. They all went into the Cerulean Hills after... They're all a little bit problematic in their own way. But they seemed very confused, like they were not in their right mind when they left. Great. I will go rescue them. By talking to each of them, you get kind of a... So he's basically astral projecting to grab their minds, bring them here, and so they can tell you where they are. So they each tell us where they are. They're all in the Cerulean Hills. I'll pick that one up later. That one's in a different area. So, Cerulean Hills. There's a secondary entrance right over here. Or we can back up into the harbor and walk out the main gate, but there's just another gate right here. No need for another loading zone. That's a crocodile. So, Cerulean Hills. This is another one of the... Oh, we even have the map for some reason. Giant explorer area. You've got your kill stuff for XP, find the named guys for XP, find the landmarks for XP. So if you like these kind of zones, the kind of more chill wander around and no real required objective, this is a nice little low-level one. We are going to go straight across to that quest. So straight, I'm going to get on my horse. Just for the 20% movement speed? More movement speed. Normally we would enter right there. So, kind of just making up for the starting farther away than I was normally going to. And we're going to pick up the last quest in the Cerulean Hills, because this quest actually, you pick it up right outside its door. I'm using the shift key, which is block, to get off my horse. Nash Braza is a farmer from the farm up the road here. The orcs have attacked, and they're burning his farm. We're going to come unburn his farm and kill all the orcs. He also says, please look out for my doggos. They're good doggos. So we can rescue his dogs, should we choose. These guys are up on this ledge up here. Their ledge is made of barrels. We can break barrels. These ones run out of the bushes right there, which is your hint that you can run through these bushes and you find a little camp. A camp that includes a farm dog. You can use one of your skills, diplomacy, intimidate, or bluff, to try to convince it to just follow you happily. Or you can go find a ham, and if you feed the dog, it will just follow you anyway. There is usually a ham near each dog, although they're not always immediately near the dog. Here, have a ham. And now he'll follow me. If they're happy with you, they will help you fight things as you run around. They can die, because they are dogs. They're not magic dogs, they're literally just dogs. So if you get the dogs, run back to the start of the quest, and they will... I guess it starts this way. And they'll leave, and they'll go join the farmer. And you have saved a dog. You coming, doggo? Okay. I'm not going to run all the dogs back. I'm just showing you what to do. You run back, dog enters the caravan, you move on. There's another dog up there. It's kind of in that little camp right there. Jump on the rock, walk in there. And the last dog is up on the right side. I believe right in here. There is a ham right there in that chest. Must be up on the right side on the next. Still, there's the ham you need for it. We go through the blockade and then up and around, and we'll have a ham. Have a dog. More archers on a bridge, so just don't stop moving. Get around the corner and you're out of line of sight. If you're out of line of sight, they can't hit you. There's another ham. I didn't see the other dog, but if you want the... Oh, because the other dog's up there. Okay. Dog number 3 is across the river and up there at the other orc camp. I'm not going to go get it. It just adds another 4 minutes of running to the quest. We're just going to keep pushing forward. Taking out orcs. And eventually crossing a couple bridges into the farm itself. How he has a farm in the middle of a jungle, I don't know. It's probably why he doesn't want to lose it. It took a long time to clear out the space. We don't even open his door. We just kick his gate in. The orcs did it. Whoopsh. Again, the orcs did it. He even has a fire suppression system. Turn the valve. Fire goes out. Run over here. Go behind the farmhouse, especially on higher difficulties, because a whole bunch of guys spawn when you put out the fire. And by going behind the house, you are blocking their archers from being able to hit you, and you're luring their melee guys to come and fight you like one at a time. Just breaking up the grouping so you're not overwhelmed. And when you're ready, I mean, look, there's a decent number of these guys even after we killed like 4 guys for free. Remember, I'm on normal, right? I'm not in danger on normal mode. you will be in danger if you're running this quest at the intended level on, like, elite mode. There we go. Saved the farm. Saved a dog. Killed enough things that the other dogs are probably fine. Or eaten. I will take my reward, though. Stuff. I usually don't even look at randomly generated loot. Like I mentioned in one of the other videos, it's pretty much got to have, like, either, you know, fiery of fire something, like the two words have to match, and I go, ooh, they match. Is that good? Or it's got to have a fancier word on it that I don't even recognize. All right, coming up on a relatively new quest. The Cerulean Hills used to only have the farm quest and the rescue the lady quest that we picked up before we went to the Gatekeeper Grove. Used to just be those two quests. That was it. They added these other 4 quests, so it's not quite as sparse. The Home of Memory. As a newer quest, everything in here is going to hit a little bit harder. Old stuff doesn't get as much buffs as new stuff. Power creep works both ways. So, if you click on a vision of the past, it will show you what that particular trainee did at that point. So, he was told the deserted home of a tribe's memory. He was told to go find that here. He doesn't know what it means. It's a riddle. Spoiler alert, they all fail to solve their riddles. I think technically they solve them at the end, and that's why they get in trouble. So, this is him talking to the orcs. He's asking permission to enter their land to go see what to do. The orcs say no. He says, screw you, punches the orc, goes anyway. And here is the orc elder. What happened? Are you injured? And then we're going to just promptly trespass. We have no right to be here other than, hey, we're trying to take that other guy out. I'm going to kill all your scorpions and all your other, like, cool stuff in here just because. Hope you don't mind. So, we smash our way up. I don't think I've ever actually gotten all of the visions. This way first. Maybe. So there's a right side, a left side, and the middle. You have to go both ways and then in the middle. Each direction has a little fountain where you purify yourself in the fountain and you get a little buff. And by going to both fountains, first one gives me bull strength, which is bonus strength. It's actually pretty nice because I don't have any real buffs. That proves you to the orc gods or whatever it is that's holding the door shut, because you got blessed from both shrines, which meant you had to run past all the bad guys. And they let you through. The other one is down in here. Scorpions are a little annoying to fight sometimes because they can burrow underground and you're sitting there waiting for it to come back up so you can kill it. I think in the recent game update they made them less likely to dig, so They don't do it as often. It used to just be like, oh, pop up, hit you once, dig, 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 and you'd be fighting the same scorpion forever. I think they've only dug on me once since I've been playing this. Send me inside. I have both buffs. It'll send me in. I'm allowed in. We're kind of not trespassing anymore because the totem spirit or whatever let us through. I believe there's a chest right there. Yep. The lever is way up there. Seriously? A raven is attacking me? There's like a jumping puzzle you can do to get to the lever to open the door to get the chest. But as usual, optional chests like that, they're cute, but they don't have the named loot. So we really only kind of care about the final chest. See, you can jump on these little mesa things and make your way to the ladder to get up to the... I think that's where it is. It's over there somewhere. I don't bother with it. This is the way you're supposed to go. Shrine. Boss. That is a manticore. Oh, this thing's actually putting up a fight. Look how many more times we have to hit this boss than we've hit anything else we've fought this whole time. That's on normal mode, and it took a chunk out of me. The deserted home of a tribe's memory. It's talking about the skull of one of the elders. So, they all kind of go crazy. They're talking to something we can't see, and they all get warped away and betrayed once they find the thing they were sent to go get. We got a named item. Bottle of smoke is not +1 thing of thing of thing. Bottle of smoke. Let's take a closer look. Smoke screen. You are surrounded by wisps of concealing smoke, giving opponents 20% chance to miss you. Well, that's way better than +1 heal skill. Yeet. A lot of the named items in this chain are actually pretty good. I don't know if there's anything I'd like better than just a straight 20% chance for all enemies to miss me. Permanently, no buff required, just doesn't even care what difficulty I'm on. Bottle of smoke. It's no joke. If you don't like puns, then you're no funs. Alright. Abandoned mineshaft. I really like this one in that all they did was put a quest entrance there. This giant thing, this obvious like ancient relic mineshaft thing, was always here. It was just a landmark with nothing else to it. They just turned this into a door and stuck a quest in here. I like it. I like that that's where they put that door, because I always felt like there should have been something here. Alright, so this is the Warforged Initiate. Followed the map. This is where she told me to go, so somebody told him to go here and get something.
You've arrived at the main shaft of the abandoned farm. Security points that shuffle around nearby.
We're going to be fighting machines. There's 2 ways to do this quest. 1. Open this door. Smash your way through the lumber, which I'm I'm not standing on it so it won't break. And you fight fire elementals while standing in lava to get to the other side. Don't do it that way if you can help it. Instead, we run over here, take out a few machines, and we're going to do some, get some levers and some keys and stuff like that instead. Much less dangerous than hoping that your fire resistance is good enough. You do need fire resistance for this quest, though. If you go into the final boss of this quest without fire resistance on anything more than maybe hard mode, you are just asking to get cooked.
There must be something else around here. Something with a taste for metal.
More spiders. There's a shrine. I think we go down here and get another lever. Yep, I can already see the lever. I also see a rust monster. A well-fed rust monster. And we got the lever. Those are optional, I'm 90% sure. You can go mess with them, activate them, kill them. I don't think you get anything. We got the lever. Our door is open. That is where we would have popped up if we just jumped down and fought the fire elementals and then climbed back up. Walk through here. There's a lever on both sides. So up to you. You fight fire elementals, you fight some robots and some spiders. This is a skill challenge. If you have one of these skills, you can shut the barrier down. If you don't, you smash the crystal, you have to fight a bunch of stuff, and the barrier goes down. We're going to use Magic Device, because that's our one skill. The ancient magma brute, right there. He's probably got the record for most players killed on hardcore. Because people do not respect how much fire resistance you need to stand in lava and punch a earth lava elemental with other fire elemental type creatures popping into that fight and also fighting. Very easy to die. Unless you're on normal mode, like me. Leroy Jenkins. I mean, look how much damage I'm taking. I lost half of my HP on normal mode charging in here. The hirelings are generally not smart enough not to stand in the lava. Don't take that boss for granted. He can and will kill you on like hard or elite mode. So many people die to him on Hardcore League. We want up there, so we're going to backtrack a little bit. We want to go up that bridge. So we're going to back up. And I think there's a little wooden ramp over here. Yeah, we're going to cross this fallen log. And we find a nice little house, which I do not believe was originally here. I don't think that there was just always a farm here. This quest, it's kind of laggy. It has a lot of interesting little doors and stuff, but man, the story of this one. So all of the trainees have been kind of messed with. They all want something. So like the orc that we already, from the first quest, he's very angry, and he's trying not to be so angry. Like he's trying to figure out how to calm down. The Warforged doesn't like that he's got all the metal built into him. He wants to be more natural, so he wanted something that would get rid of the metal and make him all wood, so he could be a nice druid. This one was, the younger sister, always overshadowed by the older sister. All of the other family members treated the other sister the best, and yeah, this is a very dysfunctional family. So you can even, all of the visions here are showing just how abusive the father is, how much like the mom ignores her. They all favor the other daughter, and the mom is now just, I'm being quiet now. I'll tell your father to be quiet too. Yeah. Something's wrong with her. So, we explore a house. We need a couple of crests to open the door to the backyard. And by hitting Q a bunch of times, we can sometimes detect where the crest is. So we're going to jump up here and get this. Alright, got one. There is a ladder over here. It takes us up to Lily's room. She was forced to live up here in the attic, like Harry Potter style. I don't detect any of the things we need in there. I don't have the key to get in. There's just very quiet, creepy music. And then bongo drums for the combat music? Okay. She's always been very jealous of her sister's singing ability. She can, Lily can sing, she's just not as good at it. Everybody likes the sister better, and nobody supports Lily, and yeah. Also, her dad is a humongous drunk. Like, they only get by because the older sister, again, is working and sending money back, and they're like, oh, they look at the younger sister like, why can't you work? I did talk to her. Talk. Okay. Yeah. They abused the daughter. They told her she was worthless. And like every one of these little memories is just bad. I'm gonna go ahead and take this scythe.
You find a dull and rusted scythe among the other garden tools in this workshop. You take it with you. Perhaps you'll need it outside.
Ooh, iron key. No longer blocked by the barrel. The barrel was asking for it. So that would let us get into Lily's room up in the attic, which I don't need to go up there because I was hitting Q and I did not detect the other crest in there. I want to say it's probably right there. So we're going to need to jump up here. There's a weird little like glitch. You see that? That's not lag. That's like an invisible wall that the game is only like halfway drawing. Like, there's something wrong with that corner, so I kind of have to worm my way over there. Now I'm bonking my head on an invisible wall. I'm swinging my weapon in case it's like a web or something. Okay. We got over here. I don't know what's up with that corner. It's kind of glitched. But now we have the crest. A couple more spiders. I don't know who would lock their back door like this. Because remember, clear the webs. We're on the inside of the house, so we have to have two separate crests from inside the house to go out the back door. Usually locks keep you from coming in. There is technically another path to get to outside. You go underground out the garden shed or something, but I don't remember where the door to that is. So we're going to hit this lever and solve this puzzle. It's Simon Says. Boop, boop, boop. Done. Now we're going to do this side. Doop, doop, doop. Okay.
You hear one last somber note play as the door creaks open.
So I believe we could have gone through the outhouse is what it is. It's probably from like the bathroom, go down through the sewer, up the outhouse. Because we picked up the scythe, we can now whoop. Oh, what's this? This is not as green anymore. Scarecrows and vine guys. Cutting our way through some more. And we can go into the root cellar. This is optional. But story-wise,
You find yourself in a dingy root cellar. A mangled voice snarls at you from the shadows.
there is Sage Hargrove, which I believe is...
With a last gruesome wail, the undead farmer sinks into
That's the dad. The dad has been zombified. Somewhere else out here, you can find the sister. And I think she was also turned into something. There might even be two sisters. I think there's the older sister that's the one sending money back. And then there's the middle sister. I think the middle sister was the one that had the good voice that everybody liked. And then there was the young sister that nobody liked and nobody supported, and...
the maze of overgrown shrubbery leads you into a tear. The voice rasps. I bet Lily's family turns in surprise to see their estranged daughter. They notice
So Lily...
something about her seems wrong. Unhinged even.
There's the singing daughter, murdered on the ground.
Ryder screams as the bird descends upon Rosemary and Sage.
Your songs are mine now, Rose.
Lily says,
You'll all see. My voice will shake the world.
So she kills her sister, she kills her dad. Mom runs. And what do we have here?
an incorporeal figure appears before you.
The ghost of the sister attacks us. Oof, and we're stunned.
Want my songs? Come and get them.
Oh, it's undead. We can smite it. If I was on a harder difficulty, I'd be dead. It stunned me, and all of its guys got to beat on me. I would just be dead on a harder difficulty. So, not that I would have done anything particularly different. Maybe you trigger the boss. You run back over here so you can maybe just handle the scarecrows and then run in on the boss. But yeah. We need something bright and loud to end this quest. we look at the songbook, all the pages are ripped out. But we do have this nice bird, and this parrot can mimic the songs. So there we go. No named item. Very, very sad here. She was so tortured by her family, she came back and ended up murdering most of them. But that's not the worst part of her story. Alright, we've got 2 more quests out here. I could have swore the other quest was over there, but apparently they're both over there. Interesting. I wonder if they moved it or if I'm just misremembering. Because I used to come out here and do all of the explorers. Because, you know, back in the day, you just did everything, and this was one of the few things they had at the beginning. I don't do the explorers much anymore. In a new area, I will, if I've never been through it. So we're going to go try to save the last of the Gatekeeper Initiates, and then we'll save Lady Asdel. Gonna go in the back side of this big old ruin. So this guy is not really, he doesn't want to be a druid. He wants to be an artificer, like basically the opposite. He was a rich kid. His dad sent him off to go basically, he forced him to join the Boy Scouts to hope he would learn like something to do with nature instead of playing in his room all day, that kind of thing. But he was told that there was something neat in here. This is a very fancy puzzle that we don't have to solve. Because if you watch the vision, the other guy solved it. He was here before us. That puzzle is done. We could just move forward. That is a humongous rat. So you do see some dead stuff, because he fought his way through here. Other things have come in since, because these guys have been gone for like a couple days, right? And we just continue on forward. You can change those mirrors, and these mirrors will light puzzle their way to open different doors and stuff. But they've already been solved. The puzzle here is you don't mess with the puzzle. Because the other guy already solved the puzzle. If you mess with it, you have to put it back to continue forward. Trying not to sneeze. So, we have solved 0 puzzles. All we've done is run forward and kill things. There's some optional stuff you can do if you mess with the puzzles. Go through other doors. But I really like the idea that the guy literally came through here already. Like, that the traps are already disabled. The puzzles are already solved because we're going second. We didn't beat him here. It's a nice little touch that I really like that the answer to the puzzle is don't touch the puzzle because the other guy already solved it. Again, these bosses, way stronger than anything else we fought.
Of electricity jump into the nearby rune-carved stones.
And at the very end of all of this artifice in this ancient temple, those guys hit pretty hard too.
Where the light streams in from
A very pretty tree.
a single massive apple rests on the ground beside you.
The sacred bounty is, of course,
In a
an apple.
you found the sacred bounty.
All that stuff he did, and his answer was an apple.
And tell them what happened.
And then he goes to the rendezvous location, and presumably that's when they grab him. These are some very random items, right? You might think they're just messing with these guys, right? These are like, there's no way these 4 things Power Ranger their way into something like relevant. But they are very specifically, they really are the things that the bad guy wants. They really are. And it makes sense in context. Sometimes there's a rare up there. I was seeing if the treasure chest was spawned. One more quest out here. We're going to head to the outpost. And we will go save that lady. You're supposed to walk across the bridge and fight your way all the way down and around until you get to the bottom of the valley. I'm going to feather fall down and just skip fighting any of that stuff because there's no treasure, there's no specials. We're just going to, like, death from above this guy. There's actually quite a few possible named guys that spawn in this quest. They just drop generic loot, but they give a little bit of XP and they give a little bit of treasure. It's nice. I'll take it if I'm walking past it, but I'm not going to walk out of my way to get it. Ah! Trying to blind me with your smoke screen? Not working today. This quest is pretty short. But I've always kind of liked this one because this is when you actually get some allies. We're fighting our way in, and as we free the captives fight on our side, and they're actually competent fighters. Especially on higher difficulties, you can basically let them tank the boss. So that you're not being attacked. Right as I get there, he gets a laser through the head from the hireling. Le Bonk. And we made it to the outpost. The captives are in these cages. So we're going to kill the guys outside of the cage. Open the door. And we're going to wake this guy up. He wakes up. He's a wizard. He will actually just start casting spells against all of the other bad guys in the area. And if he goes down, instead of losing the quest, you walk over and you wake him up again. And then we go save the other one. Same thing. They will now help us fight. They don't have a lot of HP, so he went down pretty quick again. But there we go. And then here is the lady we were specifically sent here to save. She is even higher level. Like, technically she's higher level than we are. And then we lower the thing and we fight the boss. Is she down already? Get up. I said up. I think she's just glitched out. Okay, she stayed up that time. Up. That guy has a lot of HP because they know that you've got those extra people beating on him. But I like that. I like that he's kind of a beefier guy and you get to actually bring in some allies. And I kind of like that quest. It's not a protect mission. You don't have to worry about them dying, but they still help out. That's how every protect mission should be. 9 out of 10, fine. I'll go kill one thing. Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. There we go. I got my 181 XP for beating the guy up. So, we have one quest left in this little chain. It's not located out here in the Cerulean Hills, but it is related to saving those 4 guys. Now that we have saved all 4 of them, we are going to go and pick up the last quest, which I could have... They let you just take just the last quest if you want to. I figured out a way to rescue you. Calm down. Hello, Ghost. I would like you to, like, telepathically send me stuff, please. Alright. So, the gatekeepers don't really know where they are. They don't know where the kids are. But at around the same time those kids went missing, something mysterious popped into the harbor. And they kind of assume it's related. And they're right. So this is the lady who want us to go rescue her boss, I guess. So we're going to run to the other side of the harbor. And by run, I mean we're going to ride. Because you just run faster. As you've probably seen earlier, there's this very out-of-place hut with its own little garden and everything that just kind of showed up in the harbor. And this is exactly the kind of, like, Doctor Strange weird magic bullshit that the gatekeepers are here to stop. So they're sending me. Use the items gathered by the gatekeeper initiates to enter the hut. We needed all 4 of those items, and then the hut will let us in. We are up against hags. The full coven of hags. We're in their, like, MC Escher house. There's all 4 of our captured guys. There's 3 ethereal hags.
One of the hags notices your presence.
Would you look at that? More adventurous.
It's kind of cutscene mode. For plot reasons, I can't do anything until they're done talking.
They brought us another set of ritual reagents. Just what we needed.
Apparently,
Dagnits.
Says another.
Look at
they needed these for ritual casting. Which makes sense for hags that they would need such random stuff. Very random stuff. They're casting a spell. They used one set, the set brought by those 4, and they're taking my set to hand to their patron.
Responds Kate.
Besides, we haven't ripped their souls out yet. Bring them on into the soul bag.
So, the hags yeet me into the soul bag, which is like a bag of holding for souls. That's not very nice. So here's the souls of the four.
Bad. That's Capstone.
Souls of the four.
There has to be something we can do. Let us find.
So, we're going to help each of these four get over their mental problems. And in doing so, we're going to get out of here. So, if we go to the angry guy and insult him, we challenge him to a battle of wits. Whoever insults the other one with best wins. Oh, our weapon is actually compliments. We will compliment each other. I have charisma, but neither of these skills. So diplomacy? Oh, I rolled a 17. I win. If you don't have enough skills, you can eventually just force him to give up by just trying over and over again. Hardly a compliment, you lose. Like, look, you need to let the anger out. Let me help. And I will literally walk into his soul while he spills his soul to me. I am now combat therapist. And we're going to fight off. Oh man, these things are resistant to slashing. Yellow. So whenever my damage numbers are yellow, that means they resist my damage type. But not by enough for me to care. So I beat the crap out of all of his inner anger, and he calms down. That's how that works, right? So, this one's pretty easy, because we can just stand here, the bad guys come to me, and I beat them up. Here, bad guy, bad guy. Spin to win. As long as I keep him off the hireling, we're fine. And then we beat up anger itself. Ooh, we took a lot of damage from something. We shall beat up gratuitous violence. And
Thanks for listening. So, how can we defeat these hags?
he's calmed down. He just needed somebody to listen.
Transparent like mine, Belle says, feeling closer. Hey, what did you do? The hags continue to argue similar episodes.
So the other guys will all just let us in just by talking to them. We don't have to like trick them. They're just like, hey, let me jump in your head and fix your problem. They're like, okay.
Says Beatrice.
All right. I gotta say, I really like the black with the neon colors all over this quest. I like the visuals of this quest. All right. We need to beat up some guys. And that'll let us down. Where are you guys I need to beat up? Oh,
Be honest,
there's one.
says Capstone as you enter their mind. Ever since I was made, I did what people
Boing.
do. That is, until I figured out I wanted
So my armor, not so good at resisting fire. We have my natural little tiny bit of fire resist because I'm red dragon, but other than that, oh man, we do like, okay, that did a little more damage. We don't do a whole lot of damage with our dagger against these things, but we can target and throw from a long way away. I'm just going to turn on auto attack. We're out of the fire elemental's range, so it can't attack us. But I have infinity range on thrown weapons, so we just hard target and wait for it to die. That was taking slightly longer to die than the other ones. And we target that one way over there, which is apparently not taking damage, so we must... There must be like an invisible wall between us. Oh, there we go. Alas, no more cocoa.
Because of my armored body, that I wouldn't be able to cast druid spells, but I refuse to give in, says Capstone. I kept going anyway. High jump.
High jump. I guess I can jump high now. Probably for if I fall down, I can jump back up instead of having to walk over to the ladder wherever it is. But this is just another case of kill all the enemies and the next wave will let us through. These things are apparently weak to light, so my... Ooh, we do jump quite high. Boing. So purple numbers mean they're weak to that number. So these are all weak to the light damage that my secondary ability does. Is that not all of them? There's one. It's nice, but we're doubling the damage of like the D6. It's not a big deal. Gotta be another one around here somewhere before the floor will open up and we can keep going. Oops, didn't mean to fall down. And of course high jump is worn off when I finally see the guy. Gotta climb back up. But at least it's aggroed on me, so it's also coming to me. Oh, two of them. Where'd the other one go? Did it fall down? It's down there. Interesting. There we go. There we go. Gonna kick the butt of his anxiety. This is how that works, right? You just fight your anxiety with a greatsword. I'm gonna switch back to the dart again so that we can fight the elementals from a safe range. Because my fire resist and my reflex save are not quite good enough to take repeated fireballs to the face. Besides, target, kick back. I couldn't really kick him in, or I couldn't really kill him any faster if I did run over there. If you account for the actual time running. And I'd have to like jump and swing to hit him every time because I don't... They're a little high. I could probably jump on there, but it might not let me stand on there at the same time they're standing on there. So we just throw the returning dart. Someday we'll have a better throwing weapon. But for now, it's good enough. And now we just have to kill. I don't think we actually have to kill any more of these. I thought there was just another big demon. Quick puzzle solve. If I do it right. There we go. There's the last demon. And we got stunned. But we're blurry. That's our bottle of smoke right there. There we go.
By tearing my armor plates off. They made sure it was as unpleasant as possible. In the end, all I've done is
Just waiting for him to be done talking so we can
and all over my
be sure that I
desire.
get credit.
You're here.
Yep.
Maybe that's something to hold on to. Capstone seems to be roused from her grief. We're not dead yet.
So
And that means we can
he had a rough time. So like
what's the phrase?
that guy, he just got too angry
Time for me
and he didn't think things through.
before I
It not a whole lot of
is allowed.
Can you drag
like he'll be fine.
me a bit closer to the rituals?
This guy, they ripped the armor plates off of the robot. That was their solution so that he didn't have armor plates. They basically ripped parts of his body off and tortured him.
Agnes won.
He went break
I don't think they actually did anything to this guy. They just grabbed him.
Hands was capable.
He's only angry at himself because he can't figure out how to get out of here.
who wants this little back door we're making.
So, this is a laser puzzle.
Right now, says Buckfall. I'm usually much more
Tortured metaphor. So, we're going to rotate the mirrors. Ah, get over here. I don't trust you not to die. Do not run through the laser beam, or you will die. It is not a friendly laser beam. Oof. Just rotating the mirrors and fighting off each of the...
As for myself, I've always been on the side of logic. I never had much
doop to doop doop. Fighting our way through one mirror at a time. Turn, 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 turn. Now that we've completed that one,
My father used to search through dusty scrolls, looking for ways
we have
to beings from beyond.
4
Told him he'd do
more puzzles. This is, I think they call it the dice puzzle. The goal is to make all of the sides the same size, or the same number. Every time you jump on one, the adjacent ones get absorbed into the one you landed on. So I'm standing on a 3 right now. If I land on this 0, that goes down, that goes down. This one goes up by 2 because it took 1 from each side. So I believe what we want to do is actually work all of it around to the same side. Because we're going to go around this circle, we're going to end here, and that's going to bring this down by 1. So we need this one to be on 2 when we leave. So when we land on that one, it's going to go bring that down to where we want it to be. We got to think ahead. The rest of these, we want to leave them on 1 as we go by, which apparently it only goes to 4 on this particular one, so I have to... I landed on it twice on accident. But that, okay, that'll still work. I don't have enough jump to make it all the way up onto this thing. There. 1, 1. We jump on this one to get that to 1, 1, 1. This one will go to 2. And then we go to the last part, which will only level it out. Whew. I am not really a fan of those ones because of the awkwardness of having to land the jumps. They're a little finicky. If they were just like a button press puzzle, I would like them. I like the idea of this puzzle. I don't like that I have to physically jump on them to solve them. If it was just push the button, it'd be fine. This is just a light puzzle. And I think, yeah, we want to light up all of them. And the brown one I can't move. So what we're aiming for is ones like this that splits the beam. So I can go in more than one direction. Which doesn't do us any good right there. But it does work here. Or it would. So just, well, we can work backwards. We have to go that way from... Oh, I can turn this thing. Of course. Derp. And I want into this one going 2 directions. Because now we can put one over that way and we can work the other one towards the last one. There we go. Usually the target space doesn't rotate. This is one of the few times that the target space actually rotates, and that throws me off. The star puzzle is just lights out. You want to turn them all off. It's the same every time. Hit each of them once, and they'll turn off. Last puzzle. First, you hit the lever. It's Simon Says. Ding, ding, ding. All right, we got to do it 3 times in a row. That side. I didn't even know. That was 3 of the same one in a row. That one, back, that one, that one. Ooh. Doop, doop, doop. There we go. So by solving all of the puzzles, they finally tell you how to actually solve this puzzle. Jump off the edge. Think outside of the box. So, there is nothing actually wrong with just jumping off at the very beginning and skipping all the puzzles. I just want to solve the puzzles. You can just jump off the edge at the very beginning and skip handling all those puzzles. And then Lily, she is completely in denial. Not only is she in denial about her current predicament, she hasn't processed that she killed her family. She's sitting here having a happy little tea with her family because she's in complete denial that they're gone. So we gotta wake her up. This is another one that's just fight your way through. Just watch out you don't get like mobbed too much. Focus them down one at a time. There's no special monsters in here until you get to the end. And even then, no. What I'm trying to say is there's no mix of enemy. They're all the same every wave. So there's no go for the caster or anything. It's just kill them all. Kill them all fast. And we gently land because we're in soul bag space. We beat up Denial. This is the worst part of her story, is when she finally snaps out of it, realizes that she killed her family. Because she was at least partially under the influence of the hags, right? But the hags were kind of in the, we just enabled you to do the thing you secretly wanted to do kind of attitude.
The less sense it makes, said Lily. You feel more real than the rest of us.
So,
Gatekeepers are supposed to keep gates shut. How come they're only
how do we get out of the soul bag? Well, as each of these has noted as we woke them up from their problems, we're solid.
hoping for a bigger serving?
Those are souls. But the hags yeeted us physically into the bag. You know what I brought with me? Motherfucking sword. Hey look, a little rip in the seam. Stabby stabby. You know what happens when you break a bag of holding? In some editions? It just spits everything out. Including the souls of my 4 or 5 little friends here. Now we's a gotta brawl. I'm taking some pretty big damage there. But yeah, all of them that you helped wake up and help in the fight. If you don't help them, they just lay there.
Bemoans her own demise as she flops to the ground and foams to the crest.
Unfortunately, they're basically going, oh no, I'm dead, because hags can't actually die unless you kill them in their home plane, and they're not from here.
Cadence reappears on a tree stump, then disappears just as suddenly. Agnes collapses, groaning.
So the DM is just, I killed them too fast for the DM to keep up.
The hags didn't seem to be very worried about their death.
Yeah, the hags are not worried about their deaths at all. You also get a bonus treasure chest for helping all of them over their issues. We still didn't get a named item though. That's okay. We got Bottle of Smoke like first thing. That was probably the best thing we could have got. So boom. We have slowed down the hags? Maybe? Not really. We did not stop the bad guy. We drove them off of this plane temporarily. The problem is they were kind of just a distraction while the actual bad guy, their patron, goes and does something in the background, and he succeeded. But we did save the kids, and we did drive off the hags. So, not a complete loss. I'm going to go grab our quest rewards. We not only get a reward for finishing that quest, we get the chain reward. I don't believe the chain reward can have named items. It's just an extra item. In my opinion, if you do the whole chain, he should offer you, or at least have a chance of offering you a named item from any of the quests. Then it's kind of more worth it to do all of them every time instead of just spamming the one that has the item you want. But still, nothing special there. Finished all the quests, so we get another reward. Ooh, a death block belt? That word stands out to me. I'm going to lose some HP wearing this belt. But not only does it give me a little bit of jump, which doesn't matter, death block means enemy spells like Finger of Death and all the instant kill things don't affect me. If a beholder walks up and goes, Death Ray! Nope. Because I have death block. It's something that you always want on your character. High level item builds will often have it like as a little augment just slotted into something. It's not quite worth using up an entire bonus on your character. But yeah, we absolutely going to wear that, and we're probably not going to take it off for a while. So, we're not going to see some new stuff for a while. There's still a lot of level 3 quests. So next time, we're going to go follow up on... I'm just double checking my spreadsheet. Yep. Next time we're going to go follow up on this, the Shanto Core little nugget we got from the waterworks. We're going to go talk to the lady who thinks maybe she found where the seal of Shanto Core is hidden. We're going to go down there. We're going to see what was so important that the kobolds kidnapped those kids because they thought they knew something about the location of the seal. What was so much that they tortured that 14-year-old that looks like a 40-year-old and killed him so that they could get that information? What was so important? That is what we're going to find out next time. Where did I pick up a hair dye? That's weird. So, thank you for watching. That has been... Oh, what is that quest chain called? So the 4... I should have mentioned this earlier. The farmer quest and saving the lady and her 2 associates who helped us. Those are free quests. The 4 quests saving the gatekeeper initiates, plus the last one where you get into the hut, those are not free quests. That is a little expansion pack you buy in the store. It's a neat little chain. It is a little too low level to really be necessary. I do believe that it has an epic version. We can double check right now. Yes, you can also run it at level 32 and get those same items just super upscaled. So you do kind of get double value if you buy that pack. You absolutely don't need it for level 3. It's... there's a lot of competition at level 3. Like, it's going to take us... There's still Shanto Core and then 3 more things before... There's still 3 more things before we move on to level 4 quests. It's like 3 chains that are all squished in at level 3. Yeah, we are going to go level up, though. We'll do that. So, do I think you need to buy the Gatekeeper little pack there? No. It's got cool items, but you're going to out-level them pretty quick. They don't stand up to the stuff you get, like, right afterwards. Paladin Trainer. 1 point, use magic device. Well, that was exciting. They really don't stand up to the stuff you get, like, at level 5. And as far as the max level goes, again... The items are good, but there's so much competition at that level that I would rate the pack itself on a scale of 1 to 10. I'd give it, like, for the quests themselves, I'd give it an 8. There's not quite as many in there as I would like paying for a pack. Like, I don't like getting 5 quests for buying a pack. But they are all very unique. They're not bad. Plus, technically, you're getting 10 because they have regular and epic versions. The items are fine. I have attempted to farm one for one of my later characters, but I ransacked the quest multiple times. Like, you can only run it so many times before it stops giving you stuff. So the drop rate, a little bit low for me to ransack it twice and not see the item. I don't know, it's fine. I like it. I don't know if I'd pay full price for it, because it's not important enough. There are other packs to prioritize. This one's kind of, it's nice. It's middle of the pack, though. There's other ones that you 100% need to buy first. You know, Barovia, Feywild, Giant Hold. Like, just these giant, obvious, like, oh, Sharn. You 100% need Sharn. There's a couple other things you have to buy first. And once you've got all the other stuff out of the way, then there's a lot of good packs that it doesn't matter. Like, you don't need them. They're just nice to have. And then there's a handful of bad packs that I'm going to tell you not to buy. I'm just going to tell you not to buy them when we get there. This is one of those nice middle of the ground. If you got the money, buy it. If you don't, save up for the other ones. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm tired. I'm sneezy. I'm going to bed. Next time, we go find that Seal of Chanticleer and find out why the kobolds murdered that kid over it. Is it going to be worth it? Not for the kobolds. They all gonna die.